The role of media in preventing violent extremism was the focus of a two-day media masterclass for journalists in Federal Capital Territory, Kogi and Nasarawa states. The training, organized by ActionAid Nigeria in continuation of the implementation of the system and structure strengthening approach against radicalization to violent extremism, served two projects in Kogi and Nasarawa states, took place at Sawalino Hotel, Kefi. Our correspondent reports.
The two-day media masterclass on preventing violent extremism, organized by ActionAid Nigeria for 30 journalists from the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nasarawa and Kogi states, was a follow-up to previous trainings on advanced conflict-sensitive reportage and feminist journalism and counter-narratives for peace building as part of implementation of the SAF2 project with funding from Global Community Engagement and Resilience Fund, GIFSAF. During the two-day training, journalists received training on preventing violent extremism and peace building through budget tracking and monitoring, crafting data stories, how to find great stories in data, and beyond the news, analyzing public discourse to influence policy and actions towards preventing violent extremism, where the resource persons observed that journalists have major role to play in preventing all forms of violence.
But despite the Chibok experience, all girls' schools, as the security situation didn't change. They are still like that.
The impression being created is that it should not be trusted, right? I'm sorry. You do not allow yourself or your platform to become a platform that people will deride.
It's a guarantee that if you do this work with all your heart and you put in your very best, the society, if not that profession, will reward you one way or the other.
In an address, Country Director, ActionAid Nigeria, Mrs. Ene Obi, represented by the Director, Organizational Effectiveness, Fumilayo Oyefusi, challenged journalists to strive towards improving their reports by exposing real facts behind every news through investigative journalism in order to sensitize people on issues affecting the nation.
So we want to encourage us to do more and do beyond the ordinary. Every day what I think about is how can I improve on myself. Everybody can do the common thing. But think about doing the uncommon thing. It might put you in a little bit of uncomfortable situation. It might expose you. But again, I'm sure we'll learn how not to expose ourselves to a certain degree.
Reaffirming her organization's commitment to ensuring government policies and programs are targeted at improving the loss of the citizenry, the country director also charged journalists to hold duty bearers accountable, urging them to make the most of the opportunity in order to contribute their quota to national development.
So we get to a point where everything around you becomes a story, and everything around you becomes something that you can investigate, get information, and get the people to know how they can challenge the authorities.
Some participants interviewed, Grace Benkato and Victor Habila Alaku, described the program as worldwide and promised judicious use of the knowledge gained to better the society. At the end of the training, certificates were presented to the participants, just as a communique was issued, where participants resolved to utilize data-driven approach to write impactful stories on preventing violent extremism in their respective states. The two-day masterclass training, organized by ActionAid Nigeria with funding from Global Community Engagement and Resilience Fund, GIFSAF, provided an avenue for the media practitioners to be enlightened on how best they can contribute to eradicating violent extremism in the society. From Sawalino Hotel, Kefi, I am Patience Jacob, reporting.